episode of Even More Knife Fight with Sparky 3. Hopefully you're having a phenomenal day today, whatever day you're watching or listening to the show. We got Zach back in here today. Buddy, how you doing?
I'm good. It's a one-off.
It is a one-off. He already warned me up front. It's a one-off, but it's glad to have him back. It's been a bit. I have not seen him. I have not seen you in a hot minute.
I mean, it was before you went on your vacation.
Yeah, so it's been a hot minute since I've seen Zach. Good to have him back. Looking forward to the conversation today. But like he said, it's a one-off for now until his schedule can kind of calm down a little bit. Then we have John. John, how are you?
I didn't know it was a one-off, but all right.
Yeah, I already forgot. Yeah, he told me that when he came in. I was like, "Hey, good to see you, man." He immediately said, "It's a one-off." He's like, "Good to see you too, but it's a one-off."
We're just
John,
we're just making him come in so that he can do the game of the week.
I know,
Pretty
I
much.
know. Yeah.
John, I would have mentioned to you, but I know even if I did, next week be like, is that coming?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, literally, like I'm talking. Walk in, hey buddy, good to see you again. Yeah, good to see you too. It's a one-off today. I'm like, all right, well, fair enough. So glad that you're here today. So I don't know. Shout out to that. Well, I guess after today's episode, we'll see you when we see you.
Probably.
Yeah, we'll hope for the best. But with you being here today, that means that me and John get to hear about Dispatch, and I'm excited for that. Whatever you played, I saw you had like almost a couple hours in there for the first couple episodes. I haven't picked it up yet. I'm planning to pick it up here a little bit later. Like I said on the show last week, I'm just so behind on games from the vacation. I'm just trying to catch up right now. But really excited to hear how Dispatch is going for you. We're going to talk more about Pokemon Legends. Probably some more Digimon. I know you've been doing your thing over there. Probably a little bit of Fellowship if you want. And then whatever else we want to talk about, we'll touch on the Halo announcement that took place, as well as some other Xbox news. Let's see, there's Fallout Day. There is Outer Worlds 2 reviews, Ninja Gaiden 4 reviews, a bunch of other stuff. So we'll make sure to also shout out our merch store as well as Rogue Energy later on the show. And join the Discord, and we'd appreciate that. Let's go ahead and turn down the music, boys. So overall, Zach, buddy, how you been, man?
I've been good.
Yeah, good to see you again. Hopefully, I'll see you again sooner. But
I mean,
guess we'll
ideally.
see. Yeah, hopefully, we'll see how that goes. So overall, how we feeling today? How we feeling this week, boys? How was everyone's week?
My week's been good.
No, good.
Yeah. I'm a little annoyed because I forgot that when the date Dispatch was coming out was. And
It was a weird date.
well, it was one
Like
where
Tuesday, wasn't it?
No, it was Wednesday.
Oh, really?
yeah, I just couldn't remember what week it was coming out for some reason, or just like forgot that it was coming out this week, and bought Fellowship and went ahead and bought Arc Raiders for when it comes out, and then the next day I looked, I went, shit.
Ah, damn Dispatch.
Now I gotta wait a week to actually pick it up.
It's
Right.
fine. You'll get 4 episodes then.
That's the other thing.
there
It's
you
like
go.
it's
You're halfway there.
I wanted to play the first couple episodes, but it is kind of like, okay, well now when I sit down to play it, I just get to play it for longer.
Yeah, you get 4 episodes, so shut out.
So, yep, releasing every Wednesday. If they're going to continue, it releases about 9 o'clock our time.
Okay. In the morning, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, just for complete clarification there. So 8 a.m. Central Time. Eastern
9.
Time. Yeah. So 8 a.m. Eastern Time. So yeah, no, that's a fine release though. So overall, how has been Dispatch? I mean, this is obviously a game that we all played the demo for. Really excited for. Really enjoy the humor. Have you completed the first 2 episodes?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, I finished them both on the same day.
Okay. Well, first off, how long are the episodes roughly?
So pretty much for first playthrough, they're each about an hour long.
Okay, that's fair.
It's about a standard. I mean, in terms of like the main gameplay, each episode as it stands has more or less, as you would expect from a Telltale, a lot of dialogue stuff going, active dialogue and whatnot. But there's the active dialogue. There's so far one big cinematic scene that you can choose either to have QTEs happening or you can have it just set to cinematic so it just happens. As then there's the actual dispatch part. So even in the first chapter, you still have a dispatch minigame. So you got the main narrative dialogue, the big sort of cinematic QTE event, and then dispatch. Not necessarily in that order, but you're going to hit each of those in
Right, just
each chapter.
the different kind of like gameplay and like a story approaches to expect, essentially. Gotcha. Okay.
So, I mean, overall, it's been good. Episode 1 is sort of the entry and the main explanation of what we got from the previews of like how his suit gets destroyed and what leads to that and all that fun stuff. And then his where the idea of him joining up with SDN comes from.
Mm-hmm.
It's the main stuff that's going on in the first chapter. I really don't want to say a whole lot because again, it's a
Yeah.
narrative game.
Right.
The main thing I wanted to ask you, since I saw you'd played it, is one of the things in the demo coming out of the demo was
The second episode is the demo.
the-
The demo episode.
the amount of like dialogue choices that you actually get.
Mhm.
That is like there a decent amount of those, or because like in the demo we had a decent amount, but we had like a fairly short like talking segment or like
Yeah, because it mainly focused on the dispatch in the demo. So I mean, again, each episode so far has been about an hour long. Of that, probably the cinematic event is usually about 10 to 15 minutes. The dispatch, depending on how quickly you do it, is anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. And then the rest is the narrative dialogue. So, I mean, there's quite a bit of choices. For the most part, it's standard Telltale style of just there's a timer. Silence is a valid option. Brings back the historic this. Whoever will remember this or will remember that or whatever. Everyone had jokes from back then when all those games started popping up. So, I mean, there is a fair amount of dialogue stuff, dialogue choices to sort of get a feel for how you want to make Robert sound and act towards people. In terms of like dialogue choices, in terms of like, what's the main choices or the ones they take statistics for of what people do. So far, it's standard either you do this or do that. Even on ones when there's like 3 choices, it's like 2 will lead this way and 1 will lead the other way.
Okay.
It just depends on how you want to make Robert seem. If you want to make him seem more friendly, seem more like a dick, just seem like he's sort of just here and
Right.
just moving through the motions.
Mm-hmm.
So I get not wanting to really dive too much into it, which from someone looking forward to playing it, kind of glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I guess main question would be based off of expectations from the demo, hitting
Yeah,
on all cylinders.
that's
Oh,
kinda
by
what
the
I was-
time I finished episode 2, I was like, shit, I gotta
Got-
wait a week.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I mean, as I said, so like the bit we played in the demo, that's episode 2. The demo takes place during episode
that
2.
makes sense.
We literally just got like a third of it. So like we just got the dispatch minigame because there's the whole other cinematic event where because during each of the cinematic events, even if you do turn the QTEs off, there is still stuff you like because it's a superhero thing. There's like mid banter during all the stuff that's going on during the action and
Right.
whatnot. And like during the first chapter, again, it's the main origin of what leads to episode 2 and why Robert suits down and why he's with SDN. So that one has a lot going on there and banter with the people that are in that scene. And then the other one is because if you remember, the demo cuts off with Invisigal being, "Hey, can I get a tap in here?"
Yeah.
And it goes to that situation. So the event's happening, and since you're still dispatcher, it's you trying to do things as a dispatcher in that scene with what little he has available to him.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah. And then there's the whole because like when the demo happens, it's like in the middle of the day when the actual second chapter, it starts from the very beginning of like when his ass gets to the office.
Okay.
I know one thing that I'm kind of glad about with my decision with the game is that the way that you describe it is like as soon as you were done, you're like, crap, I got to wait. Man, kind of glad that I'm a little behind on games right now, and I'm waiting on this one for a little bit because I was with how behind I am on games. Like I was probably gonna wait until every chapter came out because it's just a couple weeks. It's a
I
few
mean,
weeks
yeah,
away,
no, it's just released. It's 2
Yeah.
episodes a week. I mean, I personally like playing as an episodic because I can stay ahead and I can really look forward to it versus I've already been on it. That stuff's going to show up on my feed.
That's the thing. It's like I've
Yeah,
had
I don't
that's
want to.
fair.
I don't want to try and avoid it.
I've had some of it trying to show up in my feed. Like for me, that's mostly just like my YouTube shorts, stuff
Yeah.
like that. I'm seeing it start to pop up, but it's a pretty distinctive art style.
Yeah,
So it's like as soon as I scroll and I see it, I'm like, Getting past that, let's
Nope.
get that out of this algorithm real quick.
I was about to say, for the most part, I would say, unless someone's just showing whole story blocks, there's not much they can really give away. In my mind, yeah. I mean, I'd be more concerned for you, Alex, when all 8 episodes are out.
See, the plus side is, as of now, it is not in my algorithm at all. So that's the plus side.
But here's the thing: we're talking about it with our phones out.
That's true. That's
Well,
true.
yeah.
It'll be on my algorithm by the time I go into the house tonight.
The other thing is, like, while maybe with episodes 1 and 2, there's not a lot that could probably be spoiled. By the time it comes close to when you're going to be ready to play it,
Oh yeah, everything will be out there.
You'll probably be having to avoid it heavily at that point.
Yeah, probably. But just keep on swiping. Keep on swiping. The most that it's been in my algorithm in any capacity is just on TikTok, not TikTok, on Twitter, with just the success of the game. With just how well it's been doing right now in terms of its sales and player counts and stuff like that. That's all it's been on my timeline so far. So I'm happy to see the massive success that the game's been so far. That's the big thing.
We did get some more dialogue from like the main cast of characters, and I mean, it's been very interesting. It's still all the characters still very enjoyable. There's a couple who still really haven't had a chance at a spotlight, and just in between episodes 1 and 2. So.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to next week. 'Cause next week for sure I'm picking it up.
Yeah.
So I'll play through all the available episodes by then, hopefully.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm just glad to see that it is doing well, especially when you look at like kind of where the studio's at with where they were trying to do Wolf Among Us 2. They just couldn't wait any longer.
Well, no, this isn't actually Telltale. It's an entirely different
Well, I know, but they were still working on Wolf Among Us 2.
Are these some of the developers from Wolf Among Us?
Yes, because we talked about that in a weekly wrap up of where they talked about Dispatch, where they flat out said in an interview, we couldn't wait around forever. We had to move on.
Gotcha.
So I'm glad to see the game's been a success, because like I think you both can agree with me. Like when this game got like announced, like we were excited for it. There was not a lot of conversation around it.
No, there wasn't.
Even after the demo, there's still not a lot of people talking about it.
I mean, it's one of those ones where this tends to happen a lot with games that me and you like,
right?
Or like we have our eye on. I don't know I haven't seen it as much with Zach, but it's like a lot of the games we like, we get really excited for them when we see them. And then it's one of those where it's like, as it comes closer to release, the hype starts to build for them.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, guys, where were you guys at like 3 months ago?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think like Dispatch just sort of hung there because I mean, anytime it came up, people caught interest in it. But I mean, we had the initial trailer, which was interesting. I mean, we knew it was a narrative superhero thing, so there was some small talk about that, but there wasn't much to talk about there.
Yeah, true.
And then the demo came out during Steam Fest, and it did very well on Steam Fest. It charted on Steam Fest, so people with more eyes were on it. So, I mean, its sales numbers does not surprise me because we were, from everything we've seen, there was awareness that people were waiting for this, but we didn't have a lot to talk about.
Right.
So,
especially with the way that they're doing it too, where it's the episodic. Every week you get something.
Yeah,
it's gonna be ramping up for the next like month and a half still.
Yeah, by the time the final episodes drop, it's gonna be really kind of taking the world by storm, I think. In terms of just overall reviews and stuff, because obviously each episode's being reviewed as it comes out.
Yeah.
But by the time the last ones come out, I feel like that's where you're gonna really start to see a lot more conversation than even right now, which is always again a good thing. Because like I said, I think what you're saying is probably I'd say it's pretty accurate. Where it's like there wasn't a lot to talk about, but it's still just like there was like no one talking about being excited for it.
I think the most talk I heard about it besides the demo and actually once we got to play was just the voice actors. Since
true.
For whatever reason, several of the voice actors were just they didn't want to announce them yet. I guess, and like the character Sonar, everyone immediately pointed out, "Oh, that's Moist Critical." And him be like, "No, that's not me." And then it came out, I was like, "Okay, it was me."
Yeah, no, that's not me. That's someone else.
Yeah. And then some of the other voice actors, the people pointing out, and just because, and then other ones that were just came out because like, I don't know, did they say it was going to be in collaboration with Critical Role before?
I think right before, like a week before.
Okay, because I didn't remember that.
It was like a week or two before it came out. Is when kind of that
bombshell got
videos
dropped.
and stuff started coming out about it.
Yeah, because I remember during like it definitely didn't say it during the demo, and the initial announcement didn't say anything about the Critical Role, and I just noticed it right like a day or two before actual release. I went, "Oh, that makes a lot more sense on the voice cast."
Right.
And then our main guy Robert being played by Aaron Paul.
Yeah, which I saw some little news bit that apparently Aaron Paul did the voice work for this like 2 years ago, or like 2 years worth of voice work on it.
Yeah,
or
I saw
something
that
like,
same article.
something like that. So it's like, ah, man, what a project in the making. You know what I mean?
I mean, and honestly, I would not have recognized him. But then again, I only really know him from Breaking Bad, none of his other work.
Right.
So, but I mean, solid work.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, overall, happy to see the success that is Dispatch so far. And I'm looking forward to sitting down and getting my hands on it. Like I said, it's probably going to be when all chapters are out, because I'm almost done with Pokemon, and then after that, going right back to Digimon, because I left off at such a hype moment for Digimon. I feel like,
Yeah. Well, last week when we were talking about where he was at in Digimon, I was like, just finish Pokemon because you're about to not want to stop.
yeah.
playing
So
Digimon.
I have not touched Digimon since, because I'm trying to knock Pokemon out. So once I get through those, it's Dispatch time. It's gonna be Ghost of Yote time. Not long after that, like, I got some stuff in the pipeline that I'm pretty pumped up for. But again, excited to see the Dispatch doing well, and I'm excited to continue to hear you guys' thoughts on it. I guess not yours on the show, probably.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
I'll probably have to reach out to you directly,
Yeah.
like, how's it going? But I'll hear about your thoughts here in like a week. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, let's shout out something. Let's shout out some Rogue Energy. Use our referral link down below. Promo code Sparky3 to get 10% off your order. No matter if you're picking up the hydration, chill, or the energy cans or tubs, works for all of it. But hey, if they got a better sale going on, no big deal. You can just use the referral link. Still help out the brand. You don't got to use a promo code. But if you want to support us extra, the promo code and referral link both. We'd appreciate that. Link down below. All right, Pokemon Legends EA. Let's talk about that for a little bit.
Before we really get into it, I just wanted to ask you, because last week we mentioned we were both like, we kind of had our idea of we're gonna enjoy it just fine, but we were kind of harsh on the game. Are you still as down on the game, or are you a little more? Are you having a little more fun this after like 20 more hours?
So my fun factor still remains the same. I wouldn't say I'm down on it, but I still wouldn't say I'm up on it. There are certain things about Legends EA that I've kind of gotten a little bit more up on, of where, okay, this to me is a huge, vast improvement to any Pokemon game in the past, right? Of just steps in the right direction. But I still feel the same way that I did when I played 12, 15 hours going into last week's show, of this is probably going to be a one and done for me. And I have my reasons why. I was kind of fleshing out those reasons in my head. And it's pretty similar to why Arceus is a one and done for me. I literally got on there today to go check something on Arceus, to go move some stuff around in boxes to move them to home for Christina. Because I got her a shiny on there years ago that she wanted. And I was like, oh, yeah, it is on. It's on LED. I got on there. And I just kind of looked at the map, and I looked at I'm like, yeah, I really don't want to play this game. Like, the feeling of not wanting to go back to Legends Arceus still remains. And that's still how I feel about ZA. I think this is going to be a one and done. I have my reasons for it. I still think there are some big, again, steps in the right direction for the game, in terms of just how they, I guess, write a Pokemon game. But before I kind of detail my reasons why it's a one and done, I mean, how are you feeling? Is it still the same, or are you a little bit higher on it, or are you lower on it now?
Last week when we talked, I was pretty down on it.
Yeah, I know that. So the fact that you're like right behind me, that's a good sign, at least, because I thought you were just going to drop it completely.
I was pretty close.
Okay,
honestly,
right, yeah.
last week. My enjoyment's up on it a little bit.
Okay.
It was one of those where it's like, kind of talking through it on the show last week. I kind of made my peace with a lot of the stuff I was complaining about.
Mhm.
So by doing that and kind of just accepting the game as it was, and then I kind of just stopped focusing on what I was annoyed by, and just started playing it. It was just like, I'm gonna play it. This is what it is. The enjoyment that I'm having from it, I'm just gonna take that as it is. It's a lot more enjoyable when you stop like just focusing on everything,
On the bad,
like,
and just
because
play the game.
I was getting annoyed, but I still get annoyed by some of this stuff. I still hate
Fair.
this. Most of the side quests, I still hate them.
That's fair. They've been piling up for me because I have not been doing them.
I've been trying to do them as they come up, because but I'm with you. I'm gonna play this game one time.
Yeah.
And since I'm gonna play this game one time, the last thing I want to do is get to the end of the game where I look at it and I'm like, I'm getting pretty close to being done, but I'm gonna want to complete probably not all of the side quests, but a lot of them, just so that to me it doesn't look like I've left it unfinished.
Right. So you can feel like you are done. You can close that chapter
it's
and
like
move on.
when I say I'm done, I don't feel like
That was me
there's
with-
left to be. There's more left to do.
That was me with Arceus. I did every side quest, caught every
Man,
Pokemon. I feel you.
Side quests are killing me.
I understand. That's why they're piling up for me right now.
The side quests in this game are not good.
Yeah.
Are they just fetch and grind quests?
A lot of them are fetch and grind, just
It's
little battles.
A lot of them,
It's just stupid stuff.
Over half the side quests I've done today have been, you get a side quest unlocked. You walk up to, it's like you walk up, you talk to the person, and this is 25 to 27 hours in the game.
Yeah.
I walk up to somebody on a side quest that just unlocked. It's like,
and then once
I'm
you go
in
to
the side quest like
2 old
80s,
zones?
and it's somebody that's just like, hey, I think the best type of Pokemon, or I think the best battle strategy is flinching. Let's have a battle while I use moves to try to moves with like a King's Rock to try to make you flinch.
Yep.
And it's like, all right, I'm just gonna one shot everything you have for this quick battle. That's the side quest. It's like
he's completely serious.
There's a side quest for somebody who uses flinching tactics. There's
Leftovers.
There's leftovers. There's recovery.
Status,
There's
traps.
yeah. It's like one of the side quests is you battle somebody that uses poison,
Okay.
and then you battle somebody who uses paralysis.
Yep.
Okay.
And
That's a
worse.
side quest.
That's their whole strategy?
That's
Yeah.
the whole strategy.
And then you tell them which one you thought was more difficult to battle.
And then other side quests are like, okay, well, I'm gonna use stealth rock and spikes and toxic
That's
spikes.
the trap person, yeah.
And it's like you just battle them, and that's a side quest.
You walk up to a guy, it's just like, yeah, I had 2 Galarian Stunfisk, and now I can't find one. Can you find it in Wild Zone 11? You go over and find it, and then you get the Galarian Stunfisk. It takes like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's like I did one earlier. It's like, oh it's like, oh, this like Emolga is like taking berries or something from me, and then you just have to chase this fucking thing around and jump around for like 5 minutes while it's just running a circle around the zone, and then at the end of it you just battle it.
Yeah, so
that's a side quest.
It's very simplistic stuff.
So this just seems like they wanted you a longer playtime for players, so they just gave you a bunch of bullshit.
Well, the thing is, these bullshit side quests are how you get a lot of the battle items.
Yeah,
or pretty much all of the battle items in the game. You have to do this
because like the battle ones don't sound like they'd be too bad if it was the classic battle, but with the now free roam battle, that sounds slower, like a pain in the ass.
I feel like a lot of the side quests are literally just a mix of still like low key built in tutorials. Like when you go encounter those, like people's like, I specialize in traps. Let me battle you and show you how good traps are.
But
so it's like teaching you about traps.
You can't use that excuse though when
I agree.
When I'm finding those side quests, and those are like side quest 85.
I agree. And I feel like it's a mix of like, it's like low key tutorials as well as just quests to give you Pokemon is all they are. Cause like there's like, I mean, which, you know, it's good that it gives you a chance to get like other variations of Pokemon like Galarian Stunfisk or Galarian Slowpoke and stuff like that. Or like the 3 Kalos starters. But like, let's say the Galarian Slowpoke one, the dude's standing there with the Galarian Slowpoke and he wants to see a normal Slowpoke. I happen to just already have one, of course. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Here you go. Give me your Galarian Slowpoke. But like he's sitting there and he's just like, yeah, I want to see a normal Slowpoke. Do you have one? Whatever. He's standing right here. Like 15 steps that way is Wild Zone 11, where if you walk over to the gate of Wild Zone 11, there are 2 Slowpokes right there. And it's just like, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, just walk right over there.
That's some of the other side quests as well. It's like, because it's ways for them to give you, like you said, other variations
which
of
is
Pokemon.
fine.
Or it's just ways to give you Pokemon that you won't be able to access until late in the game.
Yeah.
So that you can get it early. It's like, okay, well, it's like, I have this. Will you, but I really want like this Pokemon. Can you go find it for me? I'm like, yeah, I have 11 of them. Because it's like, I've been in every wild zone, just clearing them all.
Right. So overall, the side quests are just kind of there to
the main quest
teach you stuff and give you stuff. They're kind of a waste of time for the most part.
Main quest, at this point, pretty decent.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's like the main quest at this point, pretty decent. I'm starting to like it. I don't like all the bullshit they're making me do to do the main quest. But if I could just go down the main quest and not have to be sidetracked by paying back loans and shit like that, I'd be enjoying it a lot more. But overall, it like I said, enjoyment factor is up for me. I'm still very down on the wild zones. I'm very disappointed by them still. But
at this point, you're like me, and you're at 19. So
yeah, it's like it is what it is. I've 100%ed all the wild zones that I have available right now. So at this point, I'm trying to just clear up side objectives or like side quests and that, and then clear out the story, and then see what post game looks like.
Yeah. So for me,
fighting a horde of mega Starmies.
Please God, no. Number one, that'd be horrifying, and number two, that'd be terrible.
Yeah,
I don't know any of the other megas. All I know is the nightmare fuel of Starmie.
Starmie is terrible.
Do you like the rogue mega fights?
No.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know if that was just me. The rogue mega fights suck.
Oh, I've seen the only one I've seen is the Starmie one because that's the theme one that's shown up. Well, it doesn't seem fun.
They all play the exact same way.
Do.
It's like you go into it, you throw out whatever Pokemon you're gonna use, then you do very little damage to them until you gain enough orbs to Mega Evolve. Then you Mega Evolve and you do a lot of damage until you run out of the form and have to collect more orbs. And it's just like a 5 to 10 minute annoyance.
Yeah. So for me,
even if you use super effective moves,
yeah,
it takes time. I mean, it's in the same realm as the Terra raids and the Gmax raids.
I would say it's more in the line of Gmax raids because Terra raids you could still one shot.
Yeah, I mean, it's in that line of where it's just tedious and it takes times. Yeah, you're right. It would be Gmax because I actually did some Gmax raids within the last year because I reloaded Shield and I was still in the Crown Tundra Gmax adventures, and I'm like, let me go do one of these real quick. I went to go do it. I was like, this is slow. This is taking forever compared to what I'm used to in Scarlet and Violet now.
The fastest Rogue Mega, or I think it was Rogue Mega, was Ampharos for me.
That's right.
Right after I got my Mega Excadrill.
Yeah,
is by far the fastest one. I destroyed it.
Yeah,
it's like. I thought some of the others would be way faster when I did them. That one was, I did in like 2 minutes.
Yeah. No.
So a question on those rogue megas: is it just you, or you get teamed up with people for that?
It's the team. It's your main characters.
You
team up.
You
with.
have like you have a team of 4 people, and each of them split off to go help you with a mega.
Yeah, so it's you.
So you show up and you have one other person with you.
Yeah,
but
they're
useless?
NPCs and they're useless. Yes.
Yeah,
cool.
They are useless because they will instead of throwing out like their like Embor or something, they'll use like
Lita's case, she'll use her brand new acquired Starmie versus Starmie, and I'm like, what are we doing? Like, you're not even mega evolving the Starmie. What are we doing?
Yeah, it's like they don't mega evolve. They don't do any of that. They just throw out whatever mons.
So they are pointless.
They are pretty useless.
They are just there.
They're there for participation trophies.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's why we're the ace in the hole. Even though Tawny continues to kind of talk some shit here.
It's still the standard
about being the mega user of the team.
It's still the standard thing of Pokemon being like, hey, you have all these people who you know and doing things, but you're sort of the problem solver.
Correct. And they openly acknowledge that. So again, I don't appreciate the shit talk right now from Tawny. It's just like, well, how has the mega user decided? It's just like, well, Florette decides it. It's like, well, I mean, we're looking at the guy who's carried this team all game. Why is this even a conversation?
Because are you a 10-year-old in this one?
No.
Okay.
I would say you're like, in my pretty strong opinion, I feel like this is one of the few Pokemon games where you're all actually like adults, like you're all like 18.
Yeah,
like
you're somebody who shows up to the city for vacation.
Yeah, like you're all actually adults here.
Yeah, like you show up, you're traveling by yourself on vacation.
Hey, I hear you're on vacation. You want to get up into some battles and fight some rogues?
Dude, exactly how the game started.
The game starts out by the guy's name's Urbane.
Yeah, Urbane.
Urbane watches you walk in the city and goes, "Hey, I could probably use you." It's like, you could probably help me with something real quick. And then he like fiddles around for a while, drags you into an area that happens to be a battle zone, gives you a Pokemon, and then you fight your way out of it. And then for some reason, we're supposed to feel loyalty for him for getting us out of the zone that he trapped us in.
Correct.
That
is
why we
such a tourist scam if I have ever heard one.
That is why we're a part of this team. And it's like every time they talk about it or somebody asks you, it's like, oh, why are you a part of this team? It's like, it gives you two choices. And I'm like, neither of these are true.
Yeah, it's either like for the city or for Urbane or Taunting, depending on what character you pick.
I don't care about the city. I don't care about these assholes who dragged me in here. I just came to be vacationing, guys.
Yeah, I'm just here to have a good time. So
I heard this was a
throwing hands is a good time. I'm here for it.
I was here just to go on vacation.
Yeah.
I didn't have a Pokemon. I didn't want to be a Pokemon trader.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? Sometimes you just get the itch, and you just got to get in the Fight Club and just throw hands.
You know, I will say one of the reasons why when I finish this game, I'm probably never coming back to it. I hate traversing this city.
I say I've literally said it like 4 times today. Of like, man, I wish they added back in the roller skates or give me a bike or give me a rideable Pokemon. Let me get around a little bit faster.
Well, it's not even just the running around because like I usually don't have to run very far because I just fast travel to the closest point and run. But then it's even like because I'll get to a point I'm like,
what's the point of the city if you'd rather just fast travel? Wasn't the whole point of the city is you would want to walk around it?
Not much in the city.
Yeah, they're walking around sucks.
Yeah.
What a waste of.
Have you not seen the flat walls?
Bro, I don't have a Switch 2 and I don't care enough about Pokemon.
Well, I mean, I'm surprised it didn't come in your timeline in any capacity.
Part of what people have complained about is graphically the city looks very bland.
Just boxes.
There's very little to do in the city. The way they get you to want to explore or like climb up in the buildings and actually do the parkour and exploration is to find an item called the colorful screws. That's what's really supposed to motivate you to travel around the city.
Oh.
But at this point, I've got all of the upgrades for the colorful screw besides the final one, and I'm like, I talked to the guy. He's like, "Yeah, I think there's 20 of them left." I'm like, "I'm not fucking doing that then."
No. I got the ones that I cared about, and I left it alone from there.
I got
in terms of the upgrades.
I got all of the upgrades except the final one, which is the final big plush. And I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, talk to me if you want to know how many there are." I talked to me. Went, "There's 22 left." I went, "Nope."
Yeah, that's not happening. No,
I guess you're keeping that plush.
Yeah, it's like not a big deal, buddy. Not a big deal.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm enjoying the game. It's kind of like I said, I'm about 25 to 27 hours in. It's starting to have run its course.
Yeah, no, I 1000% agree on that because, like, you know, the further that I've gotten in, it has really firmly established to me that yes, this is going to be a one and done. And I was really thinking about this game and its approach. I was thinking about Legend Arceus, and I was thinking about a normal generation game. And obviously, any of us with half a brain cell can look at a Pokemon game and all agree, yeah, Pokemon is naturally by design from generation 1 to now, it's a repetitive game.
Yep.
You go through, you get your A badges, you go through and do the totem Pokemon in Gen 7, whatever. And it's the same thing with Arceus and the same thing with ZA is that you have your rotation of the same repetitive thing that you do. It's just the thing is for Legends ZA and how I felt with Legends Arceus, especially Legends ZA more so than Arceus, is the gameplay loop, the things that you do that are consistently happening and repetitive, the same steps that are replacing gym badges are just not as fun as the normal gameplay loop, right?
Yeah.
So it's like in this game, you have the ZA Royale, which cuts out a majority of it. And then you have the...
Have you heard that, Zach?
What?
You get to like rank V.
Yeah, you get to rank
and then
V and you go
skip
from
to
V to F. Yeah, you go from
What?
V to... Yeah, it's to accelerate the game. It's all it is. Yep.
Why did we start at Z?
Because it's supposed to be the normal progression would be start at Z and work your way to A. The thing is though, once you're Z, even when you go from Z to Y, everybody in the city tells you, "Oh, you're probably good enough to be rank G already.
Yeah, basically.
And then they just
Are all the ranked Z people like 3 years old?
Some of them.
some of them are kids.
Yeah, there are kids.
It's dumb. The ZA Royale it's also not fun.
Yeah,
they made it seem fun in trailers.
They did.
They made it look cool in the trailers.
Yes.
In reality,
you
just walk around and
it feels tedious.
It's
not really that fun, especially once you've done it multiple times, reaching the points for a challenger ticket, going through promotion match, and then it's like while you're doing all of that, like that's one step of the consistent game loop. Then the next consistent part of the game loop, it's like, oh hey, Vinny called us. We got 3 more Rogue Megas, and I'm like, these Rogue Megas, like out of these like raid-esque type battles they've done, these are the worst of the ones they've done. It's just not fun. But it's like, again, like at least the core story is at least fine enough to kind of keep going and stay entertained. But again, like the core gameplay loop is just not overly fun. And don't get me wrong, like again, a normal Pokemon game is repetitive as shit. You just go to this city, battle a gym leader, move on. But at least it's like it feels different and feels like engaging.
You feel like you're progressing
because you're consistently progressing through the game through each point, trainers, new Pokemon being unlocked, and you're getting new Pokemon here. But it's like what John said earlier, like the wild zones are just very subpar to begin with. They're fine in the context of we're in a city. So it's passable, but like let's say this was like the new gen Pokemon game, this game would be straight garbage. If you can wipe out the idea that Pokemon Company calls this main series and call this like in our minds a spin-off game, you can have enjoyment out of the game. But it's a one and done. And there's nothing wrong with one and done games. We've all 3 got games in our life that are one and dones and we enjoyed. Like a 7 out of 10 game. And that's kind of where Legends ZA is going to kind of be. But I still think that there are steps in the right direction for certain elements, because like I know a lot of people like to harp on, I've seen this a lot where people harp on the characters. The core characters that you kind of deal with, like your Team MZ, like they're kind of so-so, but like outside of that, there's actually a lot of cool, really cool characters. Like Corbo is one of the coolest characters in Pokemon for me, where he's actually gonna be a character where I'm gonna walk away from the game and actually remember him as a character because he's really cool. I like Ivar a lot too, because I like, characters like Ivar, which is big sibling, muscle meathead, I punch everything, and he's just kind of like a lovable goofball in a sense in that way, right? And just talking back to Corbo is that painted as like could come off as an antagonist, sinister asshole, but he's just a big softy at heart. They've made actual progressions with characters where I can remember them as characters versus remembering characters as, man, the Cynthia champion fight was really tough or really fun, whatever. Because I mean, obviously with Pokemon, there's not like characters to remember besides, oh, they look cool or whatever.
I'm gonna say at the same time though, when it comes down to that though, I mean, the Cynthia champion fight is always going to be remembered more fondly than anything in this game is going to be remembered.
No, correct. I'm just saying, like, I understand that with Pokemon games, you don't take away the games for the characters because it's like, I mean, you don't talk to the gym leaders. You talk to them, you beat their ass, they give you a badge, you never talk to them again, basically. Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield are like really the first one. And kind of going back a little bit further, it's like usually just like your core characters around you. But it's like at least like the core characters around you in this game, like they're all memorable in some capacity, but it's actually got a couple that I can walk away from the game. It's like, oh yeah, Corbo, dude, I love Corbo. Corbo's great.
So all I've done from this game is you go on vacation, but instead you get roped into a gang, become a thug, and apparently some scientist's hit squad.
I wouldn't say a thug. We're trying to save the city.
Well, I mean, yeah, but we're also we also have to go out at night and
Fight Club.
It's not even fight. So Zach, the way the nighttime battles work, you know how they showed it like sneaking up and attacking people. The way that I actually play it is I go to the zone, and they have like little floating cards around that are basically like challenge cards. So it's like you go in there and it's like sneak attack enemies with this type of move, or one shot or defeat opponents in one blow, only use super effective moves and stuff like that. So, and if you do that challenge, you get more points to get your challenge card done faster. So I show up and I find 3 cards that synergize pretty well that I can do all at once, and then I try to complete the night and get my ticket as fast as possible.
So join a game, become a thug, become a member of a hit squad.
Kind of.
A little, kinda.
Not exactly, but
Yeah.
for your purposes, yeah.
Yeah, for the sake of the meme you're trying to make, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
The other thing you probably haven't seen, so the wild zones, you know how we were hoping they were going to be big and have a
And
bunch.
from what I've gotten, they're not.
They're very small, and they usually have about 4 to 5 different type of Pokemon in it, and usually
Per night cycle or per
It's
per.
just really
there-
any
it-
time, but
you-
certain
you'll
Pokemon
have
will
like
only appear in day or
6
night.
total that can show up in that zone,
Yeah.
and like 2 of them change for day and night.
Oof.
Yeah, no, I mean it's pretty low amount that's in a zone. I mean, usually it's about the average. It's usually about 5 to 6. is
From
about
what
the
I've
average.
seen, Zone 20 when we get it, it acts a little different.
Yeah, I'm wondering what it's going to actually look like because I've seen it too. I've seen what's in Zone 20.
Yeah, I know the gimmick of it.
Yeah, see, I don't know the gimmick of it. All I know is what's in Zone 20
Oh,
and
yeah.
where Zone 20
No,
is.
I know the gimmick of 20, and it's better than the other zones. At
Yeah,
least.
well, that's a plus. God bless. No, my only hope for the DLC at this point is that it gives us like actual new areas to go to with the whole dimensions thing. That's all I'm hoping for at this point. Give me somewhere else to go. Like that's all I'm hoping for at this point.
Did you buy the DLC?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah, he thought it was gonna
Yeah.
be day one because it said day one.
you got
Yeah.
suckered.
Yeah,
Then he
I know.
got a set of clothes.
Yep, I got clothes. That's it. So, hey, I got a new Lucario Mega when the time comes. That's pretty cool. That'll be cool. Look forward to that.
All right.
Can move that over to Champions, so it'll be all right.
I'm still okay with not having a Switch too. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
There might come a time for you eventually.
Probably
Le-
not.
Le- Legends is a game that like we can find our enjoyment from.
Yeah.
You would probably fucking hate it.
Yeah, this one's even more tedious than what Arceus was.
I played Arceus and I was okay with Arceus.
Arceus was like, it was more so than ever. It was doing the same thing over and over again
Right.
because you were having to catch the same Pokemon over and over and
Yeah.
over again
Which
And-
was not fun.
and do the exploration there. But like, I enjoyed that tediousness more than I'm enjoying the tediousness in this game.
Yeah, because it's like every single time we reach that next like plateau, that next part of the story, where it's just like, all right, Vinny called us for more Rogue Megas. I'm like, oh, God, all right, let's go knock this out as quickly as possible. And it's like side quests, like they have just piled up for me. I've just stopped doing them.
Every time you do a section of the main objective, you usually get 2 to 3 side quests
Yeah,
spawn.
mine's
So
piled
like,
up.
so like when you get called for the 3 rogue megas, when you complete one of them, you usually get like 1 or 2 side quests done, and then as you complete the other ones, more side quests spawn.
Yeah. And then I saw where the DLC is adding 86 new side missions. I'm like, well, that's 86 missions not getting done for me, Bubba.
Dang.
like, God, dog, you really just trying to pile on the tediousness of it.
Yeah, that's a red flag when your DLC's adding that many side
Yeah.
quests.
We're this whole conversation all comes off as really negative, but it's just more so pointing out like where things could be improved, but it's also pointing out like, hey guys, for people calling this a masterpiece, can we stop?
Yeah.
But also people calling it hot garbage, can you also stop? Because it's not hot garbage.
I was about to say, it
wouldn't-
doesn't sounds like I would be mildly annoyed, but there might be some fun into it.
Look, as I've said it, I've said it before. I'll keep saying, it. As long as you like or love Pokemon, you will find enjoyment out of this game.
Yeah,
But it'll probably be a one and done.
I just want to
Nothing wrong with
point
that.
out that, yeah, like Alex said, this may sound like we're harping on and being kind of negative. Again, we did start this off by pointing out we are enjoying what we are
Yeah.
playing right now.
Yeah,
Is it as much fun as I would be having with a traditional Pokemon game? No. Is it as much fun as I had with Legends Arceus? No. But I've learned to find my enjoyment with this game.
Yeah. Again,
like-
if you can just set it aside and view this game as a spin-off, even though it's categorized not as one, you can have fun with it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's
like
just,
I said-
you'll have fun.
Like I said, from my perspective, if you're playing the game and you're trying to find negative things with it, you are not going to have a good time.
Yeah.
If you play the game and accept it for what it is, your enjoyment will go up.
Correct.
That is what happened with me.
Right.
I would rather take it for what it is and play it and find some enjoyment with it rather than complain for 30 hours while I'm going to play it anyway because I
Yep.
bought it.
Yep. And then for anyone that comes out and says that, that they've completed the game and they say that if anyone thinks this is a good game, they are not a human, then those are the people that need to kind of get a reality check that it's not that bad, brother. We need to go play a real bad game, like a historically bad game. Go play Gollum and come back to me.
Go play Godzilla.
Yeah. This is
No,
one-
not Godzilla. It was King Kong, wasn't it?
yeah. King Kong's probably what you're
Yeah,
thinking.
King Kong Skull,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Island of
Yeah.
whatever. That like the JPEG scene with the raptor.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Anyone who says this is a terrible dumpster fire game, let's go. Let's have a little set down session and play through some bad games of recent. You know,
No, it's like Legends ZA is like we said last week. This game is a perfectly fine game.
yeah,
Like if you're a Pokemon fan, it's a good game. It's like depending on your excitement level going into it, it's like you can be disappointed, but at the end of the day, this game's still perfectly fine.
yeah.
It's not as good as I was hoping it was going to be. It's not a bad game necessarily.
Yeah, and you know, with Pokemon in general, especially as how things have gone recently, it's very fair to sit here and say, yes, this is a fine game. I'm having fun with it, but still also sit here and demand for better because I think Pokemon does deserve better. You know, I do genuinely think that because like I was really thinking about just how the game is kind of presented with the wild zones, the size they are, just you know the size of Luminos, which I think was smaller than anticipated. Obviously, the cardboard walls and stuff. And I was thinking about the budget thing, which is John and I talked about. So I don't know if you caught like all the Terra League 2 stuff. But like part of Terra League 2 stuff that happened recently was like the projected budgets of the last few games. And as to no surprise, Pokemon, the Pokemon company,
Okay.
spend basically nothing on these games. Like we're
Okay.
talking anywhere from $5 to $15 million
Dang.
to make a game. And I was sitting here just thinking about it, where it's just like, you know, Nintendo doesn't spend a lot on games anyway, you know, because they don't do what PlayStation does and spend 300 million on, you know, like Spider-Man, or I think Spider-Man was like 220. Last of Us Part 2 was like 250.
Yeah.
Concord, I think, was like 400. Nintendo's never going to do any of that. But like Breath of the Wild was projected to be around 120 because Breath of the Wild needed to sell about 2 million units to at least break even.
Yeah.
So like just think about that for a second, that man, Sword and Shield sold about like 26 mil. Scarlet and Violet sold about 24 mil units. I think Legends Arceus sold about like 13 to 15. I can't remember. Like, if we just could increase the budget to 50 freaking million, 100 freaking million for a Pokemon game,
The other thing
we've
is-
already passed. Like, we're like Legends ZA in 1 week is already at like almost 6 million
Yeah,
copies
it's
sold.
like 5.8
Yeah,
million
so it's
in a
like
week.
if you would have bumped it up to Breath of the Wild level budget, you could have already broke even, and the game be so much better. You know what I mean? But instead, your ZA probably, to my understanding, cost more than any other Pokemon game, but it's still only like 15 to 20 mil.
Yeah.
Like, why can't we bump it up to 80? Because it's like the argument is you are the #1 media IP on the planet, not just gaming, anything. You beat out Sanrio, you beat out any other sort of IP. Pokemon is #1 in everything. So it's like, this is a drop in the bucket. You know what I mean? To bump it up to 100 mil. You know, so that's where it's like, I feel like it's fair to demand more because it's like you're not spending anything on the games to begin with.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if you just spend 100 mil, we could have potentially a Breath of the Wild style
Well,
game.
That's the thing too. It's like in a week it sold almost 6 million units, and that is with all of the bad press associated with it.
Exactly.
If you spent a little bit more on it, and people, and it was to the quality that we were hoping it was going to be,
Yeah, yeah.
then you would have had a lot more hype to it.
Yep.
It probably would have sold a lot because it's going to sell regardless because it's Pokemon.
Exactly. It's
People
too
are
big
gonna
to fail.
People are gonna buy Pokemon regardless.
It's too big to fail, unfortunately.
But it is one where it's like, if you put a little bit more money into it, it's like you may not increase your sales by double, but you may get that 10% more.
Yeah. So, you know, I don't know. Even with the budget they put into the ZA, which is laughable compared to what Pokemon makes, you know, naturally, I feel like you need to be excited for the potential, but very stepped back on the upcoming projects.
That was what we were big on last week.
Yeah.
It's like, am I excited about the concept that they're doing?
Yes.
I'm excited to see their interpretation of it.
Correct. Because, you know,
So-
part of the leaks was an MMO, in
Okay.
case you didn't see that.
No.
Yeah, no, there's an MMO in the works,
Yeah.
legitimately.
Okay.
It's like a multi-regional MMO.
Yes, yeah, the
Okay.
big thing everyone's wanted. It's all based on the Japan regions. So
Okay.
you start off at Hoenn, you go to Kanto, Johto, the Teal Mask area. I forgot what it's called, but that's also in like the Japan region, and then you end in Sinnoh.
Okay.
That's the projected MMO to come out in a few years. The next generation is like based like Southeast Asia, like Indonesia and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it's kind of like the design of the game is like the game can run like infinitely because it's like continuously progressively like creating new islands and shit like that because it's like a whole new Pokemon engine, right?
Okay.
There's leaked mechanics of how the waves look, underwater exploration, like all like in engine mechanics, you know, all looks impressive, sounds impressive, but it's Pokemon. So you need to kind of, we'll see how this
I was about to
goes.
say, so like with the next Legends game, going to be real particular on how watching those marketing videos.
See, that got leaked too. So also got to watch for that too. The next Legends is going to be based in Galar and it's going back to the first G-Max ball getting created. So watch out.
Compared to what the other option is, Zach, I'm so pissed.
Oh, yeah.
The other
Dude.
option was Johto.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Johto got
The
canceled for
Johto
ZA.
original, or like the story of burning down the Pokemon Tower with the three.
See, I saw something about that.
That was the original pitch for the next Legends game that is now going to be Galar, and I'm not happy about it.
Damn.
Yeah. The Johto game got canceled for
know
ZA.
I didn't know what it was going to be. I just saw that it was Johto, and I was like, yeah, you got the perfect made story. And I mentioned it, and he goes, yeah, that's what they were going to do.
Yeah, no, the concept was
Like, oh, I've only been wanting to play that game for 20 years.
Yeah, no, the concept was it takes place in an era before trainers existed. And it's like the origin of the Pokemon trainer. And it will feature the Burning Tower and helping revive 3 Pokemon.
Damn.
Potential, like, this is where I'm glad. This is where it's like, you don't need to do this. Legends games are better off as single cartridges. But there was going to be 2 cartridges. It was going to be a Ho-Oh, Legends Ho-Oh, and Legends Lugia. Yeah, they don't need to do that. I think, what they do with a single game is the best play for Legends. Because honestly, that's what they should have done with Let's Go. Let's Go should have just been called Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. And you choose Pikachu or Eevee and then just play a singular game is what they should have done. But yeah, that's the only negative part about the Johto Legends that got canceled for ZA was that it would have been 2 games. Other than that, sounds phenomenal. But yeah, it got canceled. And now that it got leaked as this Terra League, I can guarantee you'll never see that shit.
Yeah, probably not.
That will never come out. That will never happen now, especially. They might have back pocketed it, like, maybe Legends 4. Nope, that shit gone, brother. maybe for like the 35th anniversary of Gold and Silver, they might come out because it was supposed to come out last year for the 25th anniversary. So,
I mean, but yeah, so Pokemon, still enjoying it.
Yeah.
Maybe next week I'll probably have it beat by then.
I'll have it beat by next week.
I'll have it beat by then, so we could probably do final thoughts on it then.
Yeah. No, I kind of saw what the ending looks like whenever I tuned into a stream. So I know I'm not far. I am glad I tuned into the stream though because I saw something absolutely hysterical that we wouldn't have thought about in the moment. I would have just kept on going. So I'm gonna go ahead and like tell you this. There's a moment. It's not a big spoiler.
I was gonna say I don't want any spoilers.
Listen,
I've avoided everything.
No,
so far.
it's just something I need you to do because it's really funny. There's a moment with Corbeau in the final like act. Whenever this happens, jump off the building. That's all I'll say. Just jump off the building. It's so funny. That's all it is. Just jump off the building. It's so funny. You will appreciate it a lot.
Okay.
I promise. I promise you'll appreciate it. It's 10 out of 10. But no, overall, Legends ZA, it's been a fun game. I am looking forward to seeing the finish. I feel like a lot of people's reviews I've noticed spike up with the finish. So I am looking forward to seeing the finish.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like I said, the longer I've played it, the more I've enjoyed it. But like I said, the trying to complete all the side quests and do all the objectives,
that's not happening.
It's wearing thin on me.
Yeah.
I was hoping that the later I got into it, maybe I'd get some more interesting stuff with it. Haven't happened yet, so side quests are about to be skipped over for the most part.
Yep. I will not finish every side quest like I did with Legends. That's not happening. Legends Arceus, that is. Yeah, that's not happening. Anyway, let's shout out some merch. Head over to spark3shop.com right now and pick up some merch, like the 7 out of 10 is a good game shirt. Go pick up the hoodie. We got some hats, some other stuff, ATFS stuff. You got the little avatars, the bee, and more. Head over to Spark3 Shop right now and pick up some merch, and we will appreciate that extra support. Go pick up Do Better as well, because we all need to do better. All right. So the next thing that I had was just kind of going to the weekly wrap up. Is there anything that we kind of want to touch on before there? Like, did you want to talk any Digimon Fellowship, anything like that? Anything else that we've seen or done or whatever?
Not much to be talked about on Digimon so far. Mostly just been grinding on it. I have started going. I've been splitting up my grinding. And like started going, and I've pretty much got my full team plus box full of all my megas pretty much that I wanted. So I'm pretty much, well, I'm still going to do a lot of grinding just to have everything kind of, if not maxed out, pretty close to it, for playing doing all the final stuff with it. I have started on cleaning up the rest of the side quests because I got a lot of side quests to do. And several Digimon are locked behind like agent rank still, so I wanna at least unlock them. May not end up using them,
just for the sake of getting it done.
I want to unlock them because it's there. It's not going to be too hard to do, so I might as well go for it.
Right.
But that's where I'm at with Digimon. Cleaning up side quests at this point. Fellowship did pick it up. Started playing it. Still great. Still loving it. Really started hitting it today mostly. I started playing it a couple nights ago. Kind of just rotating through characters, trying out characters I hadn't played before. Ended up settling back on one I have played just because it's comfort for right now. But there's 2 tanks, 5 DPS, and 2 healers right now. It's supposed to be, or I think we've seen previews for like another tank eventually and stuff. But for early access, this is kind of the character roster that we have. So, I mean, there's some variety there, so it's pretty good.
Nice.
So, enjoying it. It's like playing DPS right now, getting back used to the game, and then gonna kind of looking to transition into tanking at some point.
Yeah.
Because I've got a group of 3 that I'm playing with, so we just got to pick up one person to play.
Yeah, I was meaning to message Steve on his thoughts on Fellowship. I noticed he was playing it, and I don't know. When I saw that, I was like, damn, it must be really good for him to go play because he is so busy with work as an ASM at Lowe's, where like his game, like if he's going to play a game, he's got to be very selective on what he spends his time on. Cause he's also a new dad of under a 1-year-old, stuff like that. So the dude is busy. Well, the dude's busy.
The nice thing with Fellowship is it's dungeon runs.
Yeah.
So it's just running dungeons over and over again. So if you're timing the dungeon, which basically just means you go into it and you complete it in the time limit, you're looking at 11 minutes at most. If you go over time by a little bit, it is a nice change. If you go over time, you don't you essentially get half the rewards, whereas if you went over time in before, like in the open beta and that, if you went over time, your rewards were kind of devalued a little bit. So like in some of the dungeons or like the capstone dungeons, you get like 2 pieces of gear. If you don't time it, you get 1 piece. So you still get something if you don't time it, which is nice. But yeah, just been playing it, having fun. Gonna keep playing it.
Nice. Besides Dispatch, have you checked out anything else recently? I know you're just kind of waiting for Outer Worlds 2 right now.
Well, while I wasn't on the show, I took up Pretty Derby. Learned that world of horse girls.
That's right. I forgot you did this.
Yeah.
That was so long ago when I saw you on there. Man, you have not been on the show in a while.
Yeah.
That was a while ago I saw you on there.
Yeah, I took up horse girls.
God, I forgot all about that.
Come to understand that whole community and what's going on there.
Lord have mercy.
Then I picked up an anime gacha game, which it was okay. I've dropped it by now. That was a thing.
Should have known when we asked Zach what he's been up to. It was gotcha games.
Right? Should have expected that one.
So I threw an idea at you, and I went ahead and picked it up on PC. I learned that the French voice actress for Ashley's voice sounds good.
Oh, did you already start this?
I was just testing to see what languages I could do.
Okay.
Which has also led to me getting emails from EA in German.
That's great.
Yeah, I don't know where. I chose the French language, and I got my zone set to United States, but for some reason, I now get... Where is it? I may have already deleted it. But yeah, no, I get EA emails in German.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Like, what the hell is that?
That's so funny.
I don't know how German is between English and French, but kudos, I guess.
Right.
Dabbled in Arc Raiders, Dispatch, and then to wrap it all up in a month and a half, I ended up back at Zenless.
Back to Zenless. Old trusty, old reliable. All right, that's what's up. Yeah, dude, God bless, man. He has not been on the show in a while. I forgot all about the horse derby part. I remember seeing him on there forever ago. That was like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Like, God, have you really been gone that long?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, we had several weeks where we
Yeah.
weren't doing shows in there too.
That's true. That's true. I guess that's why it didn't feel like it's as long, just based on the amount of shows and stuff. But yeah, all right, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh man, been a while.
Yeah, he's gonna be gone again. You're gonna have to get real fun, like comfortable, and have some fun listening to me just talk Arc Raiders and Path of Exile soon, because it's all we're gonna be talking about.
Oh yeah, got those two. We got finishing Pokemon. I'll talk about Digimon when I get back to it. I got Ghost of Yote. We're gonna be talking Dispatch. We had a lot of circle back conversations. I feel like these next few weeks, as well as just kind of whatever.
We're gonna be back in that phase where I just talk about the same two games every week for.
Either of y'all gonna bother messing with Outer Worlds too?
Not me right now. No, I'm too behind on other stuff.
I'm gonna try to play it this year, but probably not immediately.
No,
Because I wanted to try to go back and play Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
I severely underestimated how long it was going to take me to play through some of these games.
That's fair. Because I assume
you haven't been.
you
here
still
either.
got your Trials of the Sky run. You
I
haven't
finished it.
Oh, did you finish it? Okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's what I was about to say. You haven't been here since that came out. No, I beat that in 7 or 8 days.
Okay, that's not bad.
It's like 50 hours, and I think I did like 95% of the stuff you could do in the game.
That's not bad at all.
No, it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. Trails is now. I finished it.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately bought the original of the second game on Steam.
Nice.
So I'm gonna go back and play the original version of
The first one.
of like the first one, and then play the second.
And see how they've optimized the first one.
Basically,
See how different it is.
I bought the second one because I really want to play it now.
don't want to wait.
But I already had the first one, so I was like, okay, well now I'll play through that one, so I'm used to the systems by the time I get to the second one.
That's fair.
Right. No, a couple games that I want to play sometime soon. One new game, one old game that just came to Game Pass is they added Pacific Drive to Game Pass. If you guys missed that, yeah, I want to finally try that game, and then Double Fine's new game, Keeper. I think that's what it's called. Just came to Game Pass. Everyone's been raving about it, even though it's like been super limited marketing from Xbox on it.
Okay.
But the people that have played it have absolutely loved it. So I want to try Keeper as well. Double Fine being the Psychonaut devs.
Yep.
So I don't know. I mean, it looks cool. Visually, it looks really cool. I don't know anything about it other than everyone says it's a phenomenal game. I'm like, all right, that's good enough for me. It's on Game Pass. I'll try it.
I've really only got 2 games on my list right now that I need to, or that I want to circle back to before the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of them won't be too bad. That's Look Outside. That's on my list to circle back to and finish this year. And then Ball Pit came out. I want to circle back to that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize you were looking at Ball Pit.
I mean, I was looking at it back at the previous Next Fest. I didn't play it, but I watched a little bit on it. It looks cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems fairly interesting because I didn't know about it till it came out. So
I want to circle back and play that at some point.
Yeah.
That looks right.
Either of y'all gonna dabble in that? I think it's called Clover Pit or something. It's a roguelike gambling game.
I haven't heard of that one.
I've seen it. I'm probably not going to dabble into it.
I mean, I'm not either. Honestly, Alex, it's probably not for you either. I was just throwing it out there
Yeah.
because I know for about a month, there was just a lot of streamers running through
Yeah.
it.
It kind of got overlooked a little bit by Megabonk.
Yeah, a
Megabonk
lot more
was
people were into Megabonk. Yeah,
Clover Pit came out. It's gambling roguelite and it's a slot machine.
Oh, okay.
But it came out, but Megabonk very quickly took over.
Yeah.
It's like those worlds kind of overlap, and Megabonk was much larger.
yeah.
Gotcha. Speaking of circle backs, I mean, I still got to circle back to No, I'm Not a Human and freaking Silent Hill F. I haven't even circled back to those yet either. So
I'm surprised you didn't finish a playthrough of No, I'm Not Human.
we finished one playthrough.
He finished one.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Christina finished one, and we just haven't gone back to do another one yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All I know about Silent Hill F is apparently it's one of the least scariest Silent Hills, at least from what I see in content.
100%. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
scary at all. It's really it's like
From all the
it's
times,
creepy. It's creepy, but not scary. Creepy
'Cause
and
all I
scary are two
see-
different things.
because all I see is a bunch of people just memeing on and be like, "Oh, you come out, lead pipe."
Yeah, lead pipe time, baby.
Yeah. What?
Time to throw hands.
From what I heard, they took the scariness of the creatures away because of the combat system.
Yeah.
The combat system completely nullifies them.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
No, whenever we were playing it, the moment that we got the pipe, it's just like the game changed completely for us. We're just like, well, whatever. You want to fight? Let's go, buddy. Like it was creepy and scary before that because it was like constantly, oh god, run.
Yeah.
Get around here, hide. Wait before we can go up there, and then it's beeline. But then once we got that pipe, it was GG. It's just like, all right, whatever.
I can just beat everything now.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't even matter if you counter something that's gonna like end up killing you or beating you. It's like whatever, you can still fight it. So it just that alone takes away from the scariness of the
That's
game.
pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean it's still a cool.
I mean,
game.
it's still reviewed very well.
Yeah,
so.
no, it's still a cool game. Need to circle back to it, and then I need to circle back and do more runs of No, I'm Not a Human. I haven't told you, but like I've got my next vacation lined up the week of Thanksgiving. I'm taking a staycation though. I'm not doing any gig work. It's gonna be a gaming staycation. I'm planning on catching up on as many games as I possibly can.
All right, good luck with that.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I am very excited just to play games.
Yeah.
I've not done that since, God bless, I don't even know when. Maybe when the PS5 came out was the last time I had
Yeah.
something like that. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, because it's one where I knew October was a heavy month
Yeah.
for games. I still underestimated.
Right? Yeah, I know, right? Man, there's still so much
I
stuff
guess
coming out too
part
that
of-
I'm sweating it.
Part of it was I had an idea in my mind. I severely underestimated Digimon's time.
Mm.
'Cause it's like
You thought you'd
I'm
be
s-
done with it in like 40
I'm
hours.
60 in.
Yeah, you thought you'd be done with it in 40 hours, and here we are.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm 60 in, and I still got a ways to go.
Yeah, no. Anyway, you guys want to hit the weekly wrap up?
Sure.
All right, let's get into it. So the first thing, let's talk about the Halo thing, which was one of my title topics, is the worst kept secret of Halo Campaign Evolved was finally announced at like the Halo World Championships, whatever. It is coming to Xbox, PC, and for the first time ever, the PlayStation with the PS5. This game will feature updated cinematics, enhanced level design, improved wayfinding, and refined controls. I also saw where they're going to also, from the looks of it, to some extent, expanding on the campaign a little bit.
There's gonna be 3 new missions.
Yeah, 3 new missions. I saw like a focus on Chief and Sergeant Johnson, which that's always going to make people happy there.
It's still amazing to me how much Johnson became a character considering he dies.
I know.
Yeah, it's. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I was just gonna say it's 3 new missions, and they're supposed to be like prequel missions.
Okay, that makes sense. There's also a quote broader arsenal of weapons, vehicles, enemies, and skulls added. The skulls is the interesting part there for me. I was like, ooh, what all skulls you add into the game? This sounds fun. But like for an example, energy sword, BR, needle rifle are examples of adds. They also added sprint, which is just a quality of life thing.
Yeah.
You can also hijack weapons along with pilot race, which was both previously not in the original game. That was
Yep.
stuff that
Adding
added
a
into.
BR in there changes that.
It really
game.
does.
It really does. Like even the sword, like that changes the first game, like 100%.
I mean, sword. Yeah, it's like that's like your power moment.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking like BR in general.
Yeah, the battle rifle will be
nullifies a lot of that.
Will be a
game.
significant game changer.
There will be solo, 2-player, split screen, and console only, and up to 4-player online co-op, full crossplay and cross progression. They will not be doing a PvP. This is a campaign only game, hence the name Campaign Evolved, and it's set to come out next year.
When in doubt, when Halo needs some good press, you remake the first one.
Yep, you remake anything of the original trilogy, and that's what you do.
We don't even give remakes of the other. We just give
I was-
remakes
I
of
was
Combat
it's
Evolved.
solely the first game.
No. You had the anniversary for 2, where you could swap between the old and the new graphics. No, there was a full anniversary for it.
Was there for 2? I thought it was
Yes.
only 1.
No, it's for 2 because I played it. Yeah, it's part of the Master Chief Collection.
But-
It's
but I mean,
3
still.
that never got anything.
But still, this is the second remake.
No, correct. This is the second remake of the first
I was
game.
about to say, you say it's part of the Master Chief Collection. The first one's the only one that's gotten separate releases.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, the first one it got its first remake where you could swap between, and then now we're getting another remake where it's probably more in line with like what we're used to with remakes at this
Yeah,
point, where it is slight alterations of what's actually going on.
Yeah.
Because they are expanding all the zones a little bit because of like the multiplayer or like the 4-player co-op and everything adding into it.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm fine with.
yeah, I mean, it's a fun game. It's a game that you'll have a great time with friends. I'm fine with it, you know? It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
That'll be a $30 to $40 experience.
Oh, it won't be. You know it won't.
For what they're offering, they charge more than that. That's a bit rough.
At least it's coming to Game Pass.
I mean, that's not a good excuse anymore. Game Pass is expensive as shit now.
I mean, you right there. Yeah, I stacked up some 3-month cards before the price went up on them. So I'm good for a little bit to debate if I want to cancel it later. I'm good for a little bit, you know, but it did go up quite a bit. But you know, this thing's going to be like $60, $70. You know it is. Unfortunately. We hate to admit it, but we know it's going to be 60 or 70.
I mean, not only should the game not, for what they're offering, the game itself shouldn't be that expensive.
True. I think 50 is the right price.
But also, the Halo name doesn't carry the weight to be that expensive anymore.
That's facts. That's facts. I think like $50 is a fine price. If they had the full PvP multiplayer, I would say if it's 70, it's whatever.
Yeah, but you gotta remember.
I don't know. 50 still doesn't sound great.
I was gonna say $50. You gotta remember that's Halo 1 campaign. That is at most a 4-hour experience.
Yeah.
And if you're playing it with 3 other people, it's going to be very quick.
It's like it's gonna be it's a quick experience, and it's not like the Halo 3 campaign where you'd have fun playing it 20 times. It's Halo 1 campaign. You play it a couple times and you're good.
Yeah, not picking the game back up.
I was about to say, the most I would assume we'd get with having 4-player co-op is they're going to throw more enemies at us and the rooms may be slightly wider.
Right. So, I don't know. Either way, it'll be fun for what it is. Hopefully you're right, though. Hopefully the price is right. We know it won't be, but hopefully it is. And then also in the midst of all of this that came out, there was some Xbox that I wanted to highlight. From basically all 3 of the figureheads of Xbox. All 3 of them had something to say this week. Phil Spencer up first says the next hardware Microsoft announces as first party will be considered their next console. But he did kind of tease that the ROG Xbox Ally is a sign of the platform's future, quoting, "This product suggests how the Xbox platform will evolve in the future, connecting all your devices in one place." He also talked about just lowering that barrier of entry for people to play their games, which kind of goes into Xbox going over to PlayStation for the first time ever. Matt Booty also spoke on the multi-platform thing where he said that they aren't competing with other consoles, but competing with other platforms like TikTok, for example. A lot of people were kind of memeing on that, but I legit think he's just referring to time. Because so many people spend so much time doom scrolling spend time on Twitter or TikTok or Instagram, whatever, is that they're trying to compete with the time of other platforms. Because I think that further goes in that they've just given up on the whole console war thing. They know they've lost. They admitted that during the all the legal stuff for Activision Blizzard, is they openly admitted that, we lost. We are not winning. We already lost. And then Sarah Bond also talked about the next generation console will be very premium and very high-end experience. That tells me right there that bad boy is going to be $1,000. Like that, it's going to be an expensive piece of tech. That's all that, her saying that, I'm like, oh yeah, this is exactly what I thought it was.
If you're going to put it as a high-end product, it better deliver.
That is going to be a very high-end console, probably equivalent to a medium-range PC.
Yeah.
Is what they're going to be going for there.
Yeah.
Which I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's like make something that's gonna last if you're gonna do it. Don't try to don't make something and half-ass it. If
Right.
you're gonna say you're gonna make a high-end product, make a high-end product that's gonna run whatever the hell needs to go on it.
Yeah, for the next like 8 years, like forecast this thing. And then apparently the Microsoft CEO Amy Hood apparently wants Xbox to hit 30% profit margins. Good luck. That's ambitious. With that, this came out of a report from, I think it was Bloomberg that reported on this, and apparently from Bloomberg, a lot of the frustrations of where stuff comes from Xbox, a lot of like developers and key leads and stuff, basically point to Amy and the expectations that Amy sets that causes this to get canceled, this to get moved, this get shifted around or whatever. I mean, hell, if that 30% demand is true, then shit, no wonder. Because like they're not hitting that.
No, not currently.
They're not hitting that. Like, yeah, that's ambitious for Xbox. What are we talking about? Lord have mercy. No, with all of that, the only thing that I'll double up on is what John said. If you're going to make a premium product, hey, don't half-ass it. Come out and deliver. But I'm scared of that price point. That price point is going to be massive. Like it's going to be like $800 to $1,000, like for sure. I have no doubt in my mind on that. Next up, let's touch on Outer Worlds 2 reviews. I had 85 on Metacritic, 79 on OpenCritic. There are no perfect scores, but God bless Lord have my almighty. There is a shit ton of 9s and 8s.
Exactly where I figured it'd be.
Yeah, just from the board, an amazing or very good game. So there's nothing wrong with that. So shout out. Ninja Gaiden 4 also dropped this month here recently. 83 on Metacritic, OpenCritic. There was one perfect score. I think that was Game Informer, and then there was a few 9s and a shit ton of 8s. Also sounds about right.
Yep.
Checks out for Ninja Gaiden.
From the few reviews I read on it, basically just
It's very solid
everything
Ninja Gaiden.
people wanted from Ninja Gaiden is what they're getting.
They got exactly that.
Ninja Gaiden fans are eating well this year. Between the little 2D one they just had recently, it was called like Rage something.
Yeah.
And now 4 Ninja Gaiden fans. Oh, then they had the remake.
Yeah, I was gonna say they had the remake of 2 already.
Yeah. They eat good this year, man. Ninja Gaiden fans are eating, brother.
Beginning of this year, I would not have predicted that Ninja Gaiden was going to do as well as it has so far.
Oh, but also in the midst of all that, it was the Ninja Gaiden creator that just passed away, right? There was a prominent video.
There
game.
was a prominent.
I think it was.
I don't
Ninja
think
Gaiden.
it was Ninja Gaiden.
I think it was Ninja Gaiden creator. That,
I remember
that just
seeing
passed
that.
away. Let me fact check that, because like I remember the creator of Tekken was really distraught about it, like to the point where like he even shared his messages where he messaged him like, "Please tell me it's a lie." Like I want to say it was Ninja Gaiden creator that passed away. Like, let me fact check that. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden creator death. Yep, the creator of Ninja Gaiden 2004 and Dead or Alive. He did pass away this year.
Okay.
At 58. So
I guess that's what I saw. I saw it was the DOA.
Yeah. So in the midst of the incredible year that is Ninja Gaiden, you also had an incredibly tragic thing take place at the same time. So that sucks. Obviously, massive T's and P's there. But hey, at least maybe he's smiling in some capacity to see the success that Ninja Gaiden is having right now. So that's always kind of a W in that regard, that with the massive success that has been so far this year. Now 3 really just banger releases all throughout this year. Next thing I've got is Exodus is confirmed to be at the Game Awards with an update. The game is still projected for 2026, likely the fall range. Very excited to see an update for this at the Game Awards. Everything I've continued to see out of the game that's come out has looked so cool. So I'm very excited for what really feels like a spiritual, like new Mass Effect, essentially, is what it feels like. Even to the point where the damn cover art of Exodus looks just like the Mass Effect cover art. Have you seen that?
Nope.
Dude, to a T. Because, like, picture the Mass Effect cover art. Shepard, Garrus, Ashley, Saren in the background, title. Same thing for Exodus. Main character, couple characters, Exodus, big face in the background. Like, it's to a T. So I'm excited to see more on Exodus. Looking forward to that release next year. Wanted to shout this out because, man, it has been popping off. I just checked it a few minutes ago. Let's shout out Elestrals Awakened. If you don't know what Elestrals is, it is a TCG by PokeTuber A-Drive that he is turning into an RPG. It's a 2.5D monster catching game, that is currently going on Kickstarter. It's already well past its goal. That was at 250 when I checked before we started the show. It was at 700 and I think 30 $1,000 right now. So already there's been stretch goals like permadeath and randomizers been added. Speed run modes at 750, going to likely hit that because I mean the thing runs until November 7th, and it is coming to Steam as well as the Switch thanks to stretch goals. So if you are a fan of Pokemon, if you are a fan of monster catching games, if you are a fan of other monster catching games like let's say Nexamon that I know Zach's a fan of, stuff like that, go watch the trailers for Elestrals Awakened. You can get the game. You can get the game for $25 on the Kickstarter tier. If you want to do more, there's other tiers and stuff. But the game itself looks pretty sick, so definitely go check it out. We also had Fallout Day take place with a few announcements like Burning Springs, which is going to be featuring the Ghoul from the show coming to Fallout 76 in December. Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition is coming out on November 10th. The Nintendo Switch 2 version is coming out 2026. There was the 15th anniversary bundle for Fallout New Vegas announced for the PC that you can pick up. And apparently Fallout Shelter is getting its biggest content update ever coming soon. No details on what, but I love Fallout Shelter. So I saw that. I'm like, all right, what do we got cooking? Because I love me some Fallout Shelter, unironically. It's a lot of fun. So that was pretty cool there. Hey, a couple spooky season shout outs. The first trailer for Paranormal Activity Threshold was released, and it is made by the dev of the Mortuary Assistant. So here's a fun fact for you. By default, when I'm running the Gamesthetic podcast Twitter, I share any sort of news that I think is relevant or interesting. So I just see the little tidbit of new game trailer of Paranormal Activity game, and I immediately reshared it. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm going to watch it later. Never watched it. So as earlier when I was putting the script together, my mouse like hovered over the video by accident. You know, I look over at the cat or something. I look back, and I just see on the screen, made by the developer of Mortuary Assistant. I'm like, oh, okay, hold on. Pause everything. I got to stop and watch this trailer right now. How did I miss that? Looks creepy as hell because I love me some Paranormal Activity. So does John, actually. That was a thing that John and I had going on for a while.
Guess what? You're not going to share with John this time.
I know. This is the one thing I might not get John to rope in on with a Paranormal Activity related something. Am I going to get you to be able to watch this game with me if I play it? It's Paranormal Activity, John. It's our thing.
I mean, I wouldn't play it.
But would you watch it?
I mean, I'd watch it.
Okay, cool. All right, that's all I need because it's our thing. All right, of Paranormal Activity. And then there's also another game that I think we should all play. That'll be a lot of fun. John,
I don't know. Don't the original Don't Scream didn't seem particularly interesting to me.
This looks pretty cool. New game Don't Scream Together was announced. 4-player online co-op with proxy chat. Game restarts if anyone screams or speaks too loudly. Screamer can also return as the hunter. John, would you play this?
No.
You've seen me. I don't yell.
I know.
I quietly panic.
Me.
I quietly panic to myself and I don't go anywhere.
Oh, I trust me. I know. John's demonologist audio was so funny.
I don't. Like when it comes to like games like this, I don't play them because like when it comes to like a horror movie scenario, I'm the one who would live because I would leave.
Yeah, just I'm gone. Forget this.
Things start getting spooky. I'm gone.
Yeah. Next up, a game I'm really excited for, Mouse PI for Hire, is going to be launching March 19th. So that one's getting added to the calendar. This game looks so stupid and so fun.
It does look fun, though.
I'm so excited for it. Assassin's Creed Shadows was announced for Nintendo Switch 2 coming out on December 2nd. Kirby Air Riders had a 1-hour direct here this week. It's the second direct that it's had, revealing like I think it's like 10 more characters added. I'm not sure everything else. I haven't watched it yet.
This is solely just pushed by Sakurai.
Yeah, it really was. Sakurai did confirm there will be no DLC and everything is in the game. That's it. There will be no sequel as well. He also said that he put everything he had into this game. So this is his baby. This is his bread and butter.
We can just only hope with how successful Sonic Crossworlds was.
Right.
Or Sega Racing Crossworlds. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is. He has wanted to do this for so long.
And he put everything he had into it.
And he convinced somebody to give him the green light.
Oh.
It probably wasn't too hard. They're going, what? They're looking at him going, please, what does it take? He goes, Kirby.
I want more Kirby.
And he goes, Kirby. And they go, yeah, we'll let you make Kirby Air Riders. They go, how much of a budget? I didn't say there was going to be a budget.
Yeah, no, he did talk about that that the budget
Or
for
just
this
like
was
how
massive.
much did Smash make you?
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, what do you mean asking me about a budget? You know how much money I've made you?
Yeah, right.
Budget's whatever I want it to be.
Right. Oh my gosh, man! Shout out to Sakurai, dude. I am looking forward to seeing the game's release and seeing the success for it and everything. A shout out to Becca in chat. She says, "Hi, how are y'all? Still no anime? Quote soon. It is soon. Okay, it's happening. Zach's already beat me to the punch. Of the
I'm gonna be honest.
He's
Right
already watching
after the
stuff.
last time you said it, I started messing with stuff.
He did, yeah.
And I messaged Alex. Was like, so when we doing this? I mean,
Look,
we got at least one person asking.
Listen,
I've yet to hear a response. So
listen,
harass him on any content we got.
No, listen. We have until GTA 6 comes out. There's still time.
He
It's
has
okay.
until GTA 6 comes out.
It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. All right. I do need to sit down and actually watch some new stuff, though. I've only watched a couple things recently while I was driving back and forth to Florida. So it was kind of like catch up.
That's
stuff.
dangerous.
Well, yeah, just throw on English dub begrudgingly and just throw it on and just do your thing. Because I found out on this trip that Garrus drives himself for the most part. He drives himself. So, like, when you're in the middle of the night and there's no traffic, and like Garrus legitimately drives himself. He'll yell at me every 15 seconds, "Hey, keep your hands on the wheel, buddy." So all I do is whenever I see the little pop up before it yells at me, I just kind of slightly touch the wheel so it'll go away. But other than that, like, you can turn on cruise control and you can turn on a little wheel thing where it'll stay within the lines as long as like there's
All right, Becca. If we don't
as
do
long as it
AniMan
sees
again,
the lines, it's good.
because his stupid ass got killed
Whoa,
by not
Garrus drives himself.
because he trusted in a car.
Yeah, he drives himself.
Actually, I mean, I'm the hater of that show around here anyway, but you're not making a good point for why you're not doing it.
Listen,
You're making a point for why
I'm
you have
busy.
the time to
I'm
do
busy.
it.
I'm busy.
Because you're like, oh, I'm watching so much stuff. I'm watching it while I drive.
Listen, I had to find
So
a way to
what-
stay awake.
I'm just saying, for somebody who's putting it off,
It's gonna happen. It's okay.
When Zach is down and you got at least one person asking for it, you're making terrible excuses.
Listen, it's coming.
The worst part is he gets to see our analytics and he mentions it all the time. It still gets downloads.
It does. Like, legitimately
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
Transistor,
you're-
it still does.
You're making bad points.
I know.
It's like this would be the point where you should have just ignored and moved on, but you haven't done it.
I refuse because it's coming back. All right, it's coming back.
It's been saying that for 2.5 years.
It's coming back. Okay, it is. Look, I've watched the cutscene of from One Punch Man where he slides down the hill. So
I
there
have
you go.
no reference for that. You sent that to me, and I went, I don't know
See,
what's happening.
I didn't know that either. Diaz was the one that told me about it. I was like, he told me how bad the animation was. I hadn't seen a single thing. I'm like, are we talking like Blue Lock season 2 bad? Or like, what are we talking? I saw the clip where he just slides down the hill. I'm like, oh God. So that was my context too, because I haven't watched it yet.
Again, I don't think either of us would have watched One Punch Man. So no, it's
I
not.
watched season 1 and 2. I'll watch it.
We're talking about current seasons
It's current.
and whether we would have watched it.
It's current. It's happening right now.
Have you watched it?
No.
We're on the wrong show
Then
here,
you
guys.
can't say shit.
I'm gonna watch it eventually. Anyway, we need to keep moving.
You stay
We're
on
almost-
this long
we're-
enough, I'm gonna start making fun of you.
We're trying to wrap up the show. I'm gonna keep moving. We're gonna watch. It's coming back. Mark my words.
Speaking of AniMan, there's apparently a manga based on Sakurai's life coming out next
yeah,
month.
that's true. It's like an 8-chapter thing, so that'll be fun, I guess. Shout out to that. Luigi's Mansion is also coming to NSO on October 30th, just in time for Halloween. That means the entire Luigi's Mansion trilogy is on the Switch now. So shout out to that. That's cool. Vampire Survivors is getting a new update with Castlevania that was announced.
I feel like this is like the second time I've heard Vampire Survivors in Castlevania.
I think I can agree with you. I think I've heard
I
that
don't
before.
know. I played Vampire Survivors when it came out, and I never touched it when it got all its updates.
Don't stop the show so you can try and defend yourself with Becca.
No,
No,
I was just gonna laugh. Is all I was gonna do. All right. 'Cause
Don't try-
She's just spamming right now about current. Sure, 2.5 years. I know. Okay, it's coming back. It's coming back. I swear. Anyway, Express 33 won its first game of the year, the Gamescom Asia and Thailand Game Award show. So shout out to that.
I think the last time we brought that up, John, I think I said we'd do AniMan again whenever he plays fucking Alan Wake.
I was waiting. If he was gonna bring it up one more time, I was gonna start in on the Alan Wake stuff.
Do
It's like-
know
'cause at
we've
this-
been roasting his ass about Alan Wake for 5 years.
I didn't realize it had gone that long until you told me that. It was like, yeah, Alex, I found a clip from like 4 years ago where we're still making fun of you about Alan Wake. And I read that, and that was the moment where I said, yeah, I got to get around to buying this game. I can't.
You don't gotta buy it. You have Jimmy's copy.
I want the new one.
You got to play the first one first.
It's got the remaster.
Doesn't matter. Just play it.
Yeah, I will. The remaster.
Yeah, you're gonna.
And then I'll play the second.
What do you think's gonna happen first, AniMan or Alan Wake?
Take bets. Take bets.
It's honestly a pretty rough race right now.
Take bets. Take bets. Which is happening first.
Currently in the lead is AniMan because at least I'm watching and keeping up with stuff.
Yeah.
At this point, you're losing out to me getting into horror games.
That is actually a better bet currently.
Zach, look outside the game I said I'm looking forward to. It's a horror game.
Yeah, it's a horror game. He picked up a horror game.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
about that.
I'm playing an RPG horror game
Yeah.
before he's doing the stuff he's been talking about for years.
Yeah.
I've always
This
said
is
I
a
don't play horror
terrible
games.
betting pool.
Yeah, well, make your bets. Which one do you want to bet on? That's going to happen first. Speaking of anime stuff, new Dragon Ball game project's going to be announced in January. Okay. Yeah, I bet it's not Xenoverse 3, so I don't care.
No, probably be the next fighters.
Probably.
It'll be a
Actually, they don't have time
It'll
to
be
do
a
other
physical-
fighters right now.
Yeah, right. And then the last thing I had was Horizon Zero Dawn movie is to begin filming in 2026 with a 2027 target. So,
Did you mention the expedition thing?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did. You guys got any news to shout out? Anything I missed?
Yeah. So there's one game that I've been looking forward to that was projected to be end of 2025. It was announced as end of 2025. We'd heard nothing on it for a while, so I was
Concerned?
pretty much under the impression it was getting pushed back. Got a trailer a couple days ago for it, confirming it is now a 2026 game. That is Solasta 2.
Oh,
Oof.
yeah.
Solasta 2 has been pushed back to 2026. So,
Yeah.
good
Good and bad.
kind of assumed because they had announced some like big changes they were doing to it. Which when they first announced it, I was like, you ain't doing that this year if you're actually doing that.
Right.
But also, it's one where it's kind of nice because that also gives me time to finish out these games that I have already for 2025. I want to play.
Speaking of games like that, Baldur's Gate 3 is apparently get a water deep update or water keep. I can't remember the name, but it's one of the bigger like D&D.
Yeah, I think if that would be Waterdeep.
Yeah, water deep.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's one just this week. Apparently, Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be apparently getting some water deep kind of update. I didn't really dig into it, so I don't know if it's an official update or just mod stuff, but Baldur's Gate 3 is apparently getting something water deep related.
Nice. I can't think of any other news. I don't think I got nothing that's
You finding anything about it? Because I had like 3 different articles pop up.
Nah, I haven't seen anything on a quick search, so
Damn,
I'll
okay.
look into it later.
Maybe it's just some rumors.
At least it wasn't at the top of the thing for me, so I'll look.
So
into
take that one with a grain of salt, then.
Okay. I don't want to look at that. That's weird. That's weird. I was hopping on Twitter real quick to see, like, all right, let me see if there's any recent. Wario64 shared something you can go buy right now in the Pokemon Center, like, which is their little merch store. Look, all I got to say is Pokemon knows what they're doing when they put certain things out into the merch store. Because, like, again, this is the top of my Twitter page, and, like, I just see that thing from Scarlet and Violet, a plushie for it, and I'm like, I don't like anything about that. I don't like anything. Like, Zach, look at this. I don't like anything about that.
I don't know what's happening.
A Wiglet.
It's a Wiglet.
Is that what that is?
That is a Wiglet plushie that you can buy right now in the Pokemon Center. So,
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm big good on that one, buddy. You know, like I said, Pokemon knows what they're doing with some of these plushes. I see the Mega Bonk in the ball pit thing. That's in my timeline now. So shout out to
Welcome.
that. Yeah, that's my timeline now. But no, I don't think I've got anything else. So Zach, here in your one-off appearance today, what do we have for Gamesthetic Game of the Week?
So it depends. Do you want me to just sell out, go retro, or something I actually played recently?
Well, brother, since you haven't been on recently and you won't be on soon,
dealer's choice.
Yeah,
We kind of last
it's
week.
your choice.
Last week we kind of threw something there. 'Cause neither of us came in prepared.
Yeah, that's why you got one of my favorite games of all time last week.
What'd you do last week?
Twilight Princess. Super basic. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
you sold out.
yeah, no, because we went into it and I was like, do you have anything? Because I forgot whose week it was, mine or him, based on the last. I didn't check.
because it had been a couple weeks
Yeah,
since he had been gone.
I didn't think about
I was
it.
like, he goes, "Is it your week or mine?" I went, "I didn't come prepared."
Yeah. Well, see, I happened to talk about Twilight earlier on in the show because of Epic Universe.
Okay.
So I was like, screw it, we'll just do this. You know, we're mailing it in this week. So yeah, I sold out. So hey, it's your week, man. Do whatever you want. You may not be here next week, so do whatever you want, brother.
Oh, I know I'm not here next week.
All right, we'll do whatever you want, brother. It's your week.
Okay, I'll do something I played recently then.
There you go.
The game is called The King is Watching. It is a fairly cheap game on Steam. Concept is kingdom management, roguelite. More or less, you are apparently a king who's... Okay, so let me backtrack. So I have my fan theory. It's no context for why it is, but you're the Eye of Sauron from Lord of the Rings. You choose one of your Nazgul kings before they've become a Nazgul, so they're all actually kings now. They're still kings. And you are tasked with helping this king build their castle of farmlands, lumber, wood zones, wheat fields, and whatnot to build resources so you can then build buildings where you can recruit your soldiers to then fight against the creatures of Middle Earth that are trying to attack you and destroy your kingdom. I say this because the only way things function and actually produce stuff is whenever your eyesight is on it, which is represented by boxes, and then the different kings have different set of eyesight boxes, visions that upgrades that you can upgrade. And yeah, things only move if you're watching it. So yeah, you're just a big ass pair of eyes in the sky. So resource management, building management, population management, yada yada yada, to survive waves of goblins, creatures, weird cyclopses, things like that, to keep them from breaching your gates. A run is surviving, depending on the difficulty you do, up to a max of 3 bosses. There's usually about like 10 waves. No, that's not right. No, 10 waves before each boss fight. The boss fight being the 10th wave. And the sort of mechanic of it is that you actually get to decide how many enemies and what units come in each wave. Based on, you have a prophecy round, which is a small wave. You kill it, and it lets you prophesize what's going to come and attack you and what resources they bring for beating the wave. So you can make it a weaker wave and get less resources, or just focus on the certain things you want, or you can make it a heavy wave and get a lot of stuff if you think you can survive it. And more or less, you do 9 waves of regular, then a boss wave, then go from there. It's a roguelite. Management. You build your castle's upkeep and resources you need to build your units. There's basic units, advanced units, more specialized units that need more specialized resources. So like there's flower dragons. You can make flower dragons. So you start with wheat. You need a production building to turn the wheat into flour, and then the actual I forget what the building's called, to produce the flower dragons. And then there's also an advanced version of flower dragons where it's oil dragons, where you just take a flower dragon, cover it in oil, and now it's an oil dragon. But yeah, managing your resource tiles, your building tiles, so you have enough resources that you need for your unit limit. Because each of your resource buildings have a limited amount of resources you can farm from them, and each of your unit buildings can only produce so many units. Yeah. I mean, if you ever get time, John, I think it's something you might be interested in.
Yeah, it sounds interesting.
For you, Alex, you may dabble into it.
Yeah, it sounds more of a dabble for me, but I was like listening. I was like, that sounds more like something up John's alley.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fun little roguelite. I played it for a good like 2 weeks or so before something else distracted me. So, I mean, it's fun. No, it's definitely one I would go back to. And then the roguelite is because each of the kings have different abilities as well. And then as you progress in difficulty, it initially has like stuff blocking your building tiles. So you have to clear those away, which they give a large portion of resources initially. So there is some profit to it. But before you can fully use your castle's building plan out, you got to clear it out now as you get to the higher difficulties and whatnot.
Mhm.
So yeah, the king is watching.
Another Gamestetic game of the week in the books, and it's back to me and John for a few weeks, rotating back and forth. You know, hopefully we don't forget at some point.
Probably phoned it in a couple times.
Last week was one of the best examples of a phone in. We've only had a handful of those, so that's the plus side.
You know, if either of y'all had chosen Sellout, I was just going to talk Zenless.
You did one of you did another sellout like that recently. Was it you? I think not recently, but
I mean, my last one was Castle Crashers.
Okay.
I mean, it's a little while ago, but yeah, I mean, I showed up, just did RuneScape one day.
That's
I consider that one a sellout.
That was the first thing that I saw when I clicked over here with RuneScape.
That was one where I came out. I was like,
Oh, it was Honkai Star Rail was the last time that you did one like that.
That's been a while since I've done a sellout.
Yeah, no, that was episode 204. This is 234 today. So it's been a hot minute.
I was about to say, I know I've done a sellout.
I think out of all of these that I'm looking at, my favorite Gamestetic game of the week that we had recently was probably Atlas Reactor, just for his reaction, because he went to go take a drink as soon as you said Atlas Reaction. I was like, I was not expecting that. Great game. Rest in peace. Oh, God.
I chose that one solely because it's dead and I know I'd get a reaction from John.
Yeah, while he's getting a drink of water.
That I was not planning for. But
It just kind of worked out that way. All right, let's hit the music, boys, and let's get out of here. Zach, passing to you.
like, comment, subscribe, rate, whatever your platform allows. It does help. I don't know what these guys have been saying during this part, so yeah, enjoy that.
Mostly that.
Yeah, he's been kind of covering your part.
I just kind of just took your part and then just added it on top of mine. But yeah, do everything he said and more. And if you like what you saw here with us, we do these live streams every Saturday about 6 p.m. Central Time. So come check us out then.
Make sure to also check out our merch store, spark3shop.com, if you want to pick up some merch. We'd appreciate the extra support, as well as the extra support going over to Rogue Energy with the referral link down below. Promo code SPARKY3 to get 10% off your order. If you want to support us further, the Patreon's a great way to do so, as well as joining the Discord and coming and saying hi and talking about games or whatever of the sort. Shout out to Becca for being here. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. And until next time, guys, have a good one. Bye.